Hello, everyone. This is Nathan Bridges or Nathan Snuggus in town with Stanford QB commit Ari Patu. Thank you for joining me today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
No problem. I'll start with the first question. How old were you when you started playing football?
I started playing football when I was in sixth grade. Was my first year.
So sixth grade was when you started.
I guess, sir.
Did you play any other sports?
Yeah, I played basketball. Then I ran track and field as well. I did hurdles in track and field, but yeah, those are the three sports I played. And I played baseball for about a year in eighth grade, but that was pretty much it.
So you tried baseball for a year?
Tried it out for 1 year. It wasn't really my thing, but it was fun. So.
It's kind of like a slower sport.
Some like that. I just didn't like it as much as football. Obviously in basketball and track. It was kind of hard too with the mix of track and basketball and football and baseball, just with the time I had. So I just cut it down to three.
So you had like a really busy schedule when you're doing all that.
Oh, always, yeah. No, I was always busy. Always busy.
What made you decide to make the move from Seattle to Northern California?
It was really my brother. So my brother graduated from Rainier Beach High School in Seattle, and then he ended up enrolling at Cal. He's a linebacker there right now. My parents really wanted to be in the vicinity to see more of his games and watch him more. So we decided to relocate down here, where a lot of people don't know, but my mom is also from Sacramento. So it's one, to get closer to her family, as well as watch my brother's game. So that's why we relocated down here.
Says to get closer to your mom's family and watch your brother's games.
Basically, there's a little bit more, a couple more reasons that went into it, but those were the main two.
That's funny that you're gonna stay in the Bay Area but go to the rival school.
Exactly, and it's gonna be fun next couple of years for sure.
Especially since he's a linebacker and you're a quarterback.
Exactly. We talked about it a lot, so it's gonna be fun.
I know you didn't get to start all of last season, but what was the Folsom program like?
It was great. They really welcomed me with open arms. From the very beginning when I got there in was it March of my sophomore year. So it was great. The coaches, everything from the coaches, players, equipment managers, things like that. It was great, and I love my experience in the program this last year. I'm looking forward to this last one, the senior year.
So it was a great experience last season, and like this year you get to end off with it a senior year.
Oh yeah, 100%. It was great last year, and then this year should be even better. Fingers crossed if we get a season, but we'll see.
Is the season in like 2 weeks?
Oh, the season's actually set. We're supposed to get a new plan rolled out. I want to say mid-January, but we're not set to play until February. Is when our first games would be right now.
So they pushed it back more.
Yeah, they pushed it back just a little bit.
Looking back, what was your first season on varsity football like?
So my first season would have been my sophomore year up in Seattle. Was when I first made the jump from freshman to varsity ball. I think the biggest thing for me was just the speed difference between the two. Freshman being a lot slower than at the varsity level, but it didn't take me too long to get adjusted to that. But that was really a big factor for me going in was to adjust to that speed. As well as the speed of the receivers and the defensive linemen coming at me and linebackers. So I think just the speed, just overall, was the biggest thing. But it was fun. It was a fun experience and helped prep me, for my time down here.
So like the speed of the whole game, it got a lot faster from freshman to varsity.
Oh, 100%. No, it's way faster. Way faster.
But it was like a fun experience to get, like already had the experience for it.
Exactly. Yeah, so it wasn't as much of a shock, I guess, coming down to play Cali ball since I've already played it up in Seattle.
Was there a difference from Cali ball compared to Washington?
That's is there a difference? There's a difference in style of play, I think. I think teams here are more offensively based and they surround more on the offense. I think teams up in Seattle, a lot of them are known for their defenses and things of that nature. So I think that may be a big difference. But besides that, they're both areas are extremely competitive, extremely talented players in both areas too. So I wouldn't say it's too much different.
So there's like also like a lot of powerhouses in Seattle, kind of like in California.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the comparison would be like, De La Salle, right down here.
Yeah,
That team up in Seattle would be like the Eastside Catholic. I don't know if you know what team that is, but Eastside Catholic or O'Day would be those two up there.
I saw De La Salle play once because they came to Clovis to play Buchanan.
Mm. How was that?
It was good. It was cool. Like Buchanan, they had all the fireworks and like it was cool.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I bet it is. I haven't gotten a chance to play them yet. This year, I hope we play them, if we get a season, but, we'll see.
They always have like a good competition when you play them.
Oh, no, it's going to be good. It's going to be really good, actually.
Do you think making the move to Folsom is helping you develop as a quarterback?
Yes, yeah, 100%. I think just the system that Folsom has, along with the coaches, Coach Doherty, my head coach and OC/quarterback coach, all three that runs the offense. It's great for any quarterback to prepare them for what they might see at the next level in terms of schemes and protections and just things of that nature.
So it helps you prepare for like the next level. He does a good job.
Oh, he does a great job. Yes, a great job.
What are some of the things you have to do as the quarterback on and off the field?
As a quarterback on and off the field, I think the biggest thing is leadership. You have to be a guy that sets an example for your teammates in the community, both on and off the field, of course. I think that's the biggest thing in my eyes is just the leadership aspect of it, as well as, showing up early to class the same as you would, film or practice or things like that. And you're really just bringing your group of guys together, because you are that, unspoken leader of the team that brings those guys together. So I think that's the biggest part.
So you have to be the leader at all times.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. And it sounds like when you say it, it sounds like it's like a chore or a task, but I think it kind of just something that comes natural to most quarterbacks because you're already put in that position on the field. And so when it translates off the field, it's, there's not much of a difference.
That comes natural once you since you're already on the field in the position.
Exactly.
What do you feel your biggest strengths on the field are?
My biggest strengths, what I feel like biggest strengths on the field are, I think my biggest strength is kind of going back to the last question is leadership on the field and being able to corral those guys and keep those guys motivated, through the highs and through the lows of the games as well, because both of them, happen at some point. Besides that, no, I don't really personally, I don't really like to talk about myself too lot in terms of strength and weaknesses. I more so weaknesses. I like identifying my weaknesses more than my strengths. So I'm gonna stick with the leadership part for my answer. That'll be it.
So leadership is your best, you mostly like to focus on your weaknesses, like to get better.
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like you don't want to spend too much time on what you do good. You want to know what you do good and use that to your advantage, but you should always be, searching and trying to pinpoint what you can always do better because there's always something. Not even Tom Brady, when in my opinion, the best to ever do it, still week by week is trying to improve and get better at his game. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
He is good. He threw 4 touchdowns Saturday or something.
In two quarters. And he got benched.
And it was like the first time since 2007 the Buccaneers made it. He just makes his teams good.
Exactly. And the first time, I forgot what the year was, but the first time in a while that the Patriots didn't make the playoffs either.
Mm-hmm. Some people thought that they'd be as good because of Bill Belichick.
Nah, it's Tom Brady he was that key guy. So, you'll see. We'll see what he does in the playoffs. So.
Hopefully he can make a run.
I hope so.
How was the recruiting process for you?
It was fun. I mean, I think it really started for me going into my junior year. So the summer before that is when I picked up my first offer. It was just fun. It's once in a lifetime experience. Not a lot of people get to experience the recruiting process. And so I kind of just took it all in and took the advice and everything I could from that process and just help me with life.
So it started for you like when you were leaving Washington?
Yes, when I was living in Washington.
Where was your first offer from?
San Jose State was my first.
Oh, that's cool. A lot of
Mhm.
people in Fresno, they don't like them.
They don't like them? Are they
Yeah,
rivals?
yeah, because Fresno State,
I heard. Yes. That makes sense.
they didn't get to play each other this year, though.
Why not?
It got canceled because Fresno State had COVID problems, I guess.
Okay. Didn't San Jose State win the championship?
Yeah, they did.
I think I saw that. I remember seeing that. That's
I
awesome.
wanted them to win that game because I don't like Boise State like
like,
even more.
like,
They're bigger rival because Fresno State doesn't beat them a lot. They beat
okay.
them in the Mountain West Championship a few years ago, though.
Okay, I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense.
What made you pick Stanford?
What made me pick Stanford? A lot of things. I just really everything about the school to me stood out. Kind of separated itself from the rest of the people, rest of the schools. Just getting that mix of world class academics along with world class football combined. I just like it's something you can't get at any other school in America. So it was an extremely special opportunity. Getting to play there in the future and attend their school, and so it's something I couldn't pass up.
It's like everything was great about it.
Everything from like the campus to the teachers we met with, faculty members to the coaches, the players, atmosphere, the location, weather, about the weather, like
Mhm.
everything. It's great. So that's why I chose Stanford.
It's pretty nice up there and where Stanford is.
It's extremely nice. Extremely nice. So I'm excited to get over there, after this year.
Are you going there in the summer?
Yeah, I've been there I've been there, I want to say 3 times now. Once on a junior day and 2 for football games.
That's cool. So you got in to go to some Stanford games?
Yeah, I've been to 2 of those, gotten to tour the campus a little bit, kind of see the surrounding areas, and so it's amazing. So I can't wait.
That's cool. I went there one time. It was nice.
hmm hmm It's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful place.
How do you feel your play style fits in at Stanford?
From my play style fits in at Stanford. Stanford has a pro style offense, as most people know, and so that'll be something for me that I haven't had a lot of experience in, is just under center work. And so I think that'll be really fun to kind of diversify my game that way, having been in spread offenses, pretty much my whole football career. And so I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be, I haven't been into the quarterback room yet, so I can't say how I'll fit in there. And I've gotten to see and interact with those guys before, though, so I know it's going to work out great. And yeah, no, that's to be seen. We'll wait to see what I bring there. We'll find out.
So it's a pro style offense, and you've mostly done spread.
Mostly done spread, yeah. A lot of the concepts and the roots of the concepts that we run are all from the same West Coast style offense, but getting a chance to go into center and work in these different play action, bootleg type stuff it's gonna be fun.
You get to throw it a lot.
I hope so, yeah. I hope we do. This year especially, they aired it out a lot, so it's looking really fun.
This year, I saw their last game. They threw it a lot.
They did throw it a lot. Yes, they did.
What do you think it'll be like getting to play for Stanford, where you also get a great education while playing football at a high level?
What I think I haven't lived it yet, but from what I've heard from every single player that I talked to, it's amazing. It's a one of a kind experience, and the people that you get to meet through football and through, like you said, the world class education is it's one of a kind opportunity, kind of like I said before. So I'm looking forward to it.
So a lot of people have told you it's great.
Yeah, I've never heard one negative review of about playing there and living there. So and I'm looking forward to it a lot.
That's good that you haven't heard one negative thing.
That is good. Yes, it's a very good thing.
What do you think it'll be like playing in the rivalry game versus Cal, or you'll be playing against your brother?
It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be something I've never done before. We usually In the past, we've been on the same side of the ball if we ever play on the same team. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting, and it's going to be something different, but it's going to be, just another challenge along the way. So it's something we talk about a lot for sure here in the Patu household.
Hopefully their fans going to be allowed when you guys play each other.
I hope so. We'll see. No, that's a big hope of mine, is that first we get a season this year, and then after that, things obviously clear up with COVID and the whole pandemic to, allow return back to like some type of normal environment.
And like hopefully everyone goes to the bowl games.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
What's the best game you've had in your high school career so far?
What is the best? Oh, I don't think I saw this one. Hold on. What is the best game? What is the best game? I think the best game I've had would be, you wouldn't know what team this is, but it would be Granite Bay, which I believe was week 7 or week 8 last year for us.
So it was last season in week 7 or 8?
Yeah, one of those weeks, but it was against Granite Bay High School. It's probably my best game.
Was that one of your first starts at Folsom?
Yeah, that was just that game was actually the game that Stanford coaches were at, attending on the sideline. Coach Pritchard, the OC, was an assistant coach, and that for me, I believe I only had one incomplete pass that entire game, and so that was just, for some reason, that everything was just clicking on all cylinders. And the offense, the line, was doing amazing that game. The receivers were all making plays, so it made my job pretty easy.
Last year you got to put on a show in front of Stanford coaches.
Something like that.
What's the biggest game you've ever played in?
What is the biggest game? I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. I think I might have to pass on this one. I think every game for me, I kind of treat the same, whether it's against, the number 1 team in our league or the number, 5 team in our league. So I don't think any game is specifically bigger than one another, because the goal going to each game is always the same. It's always to drop, triple digit points on everyone we play. So, yeah, I don't think there's one biggest game, but I just say, every game for that answer.
So you treat every game the same to just get the job done?
100%. It's all business. There's no emotion, or I take that back. There's a lot of emotion into the game. It's business. We treat every game the same, and we come into every game with the same goal and the same mindset.
What do you think it'll be like starting for Folsom for the full season?
What do I think it'll be like? It's gonna be fun. Just having the chance to build a relationship with my guys, through the off season, through practices, through trainings, workouts, stuff on our own, stuff with the coaches. It's going to be fun just to step on the field with them, with my brothers for the last time.
Hopefully you guys get to play like against De La Salle.
I hope so.
How have you been training to be ready for this upcoming season?
Yeah, so, of course, our stuff that we do with Folsom, which has gotten shut down and kind of adjusted because of COVID, of course. So it hasn't been as much as we'd like, but, it's the weightlifting there, and anyone around the area knows Folsom's weightlifting program is extensive and it's amazing, run by our head coach, Coach Paul Dory. So just weightlifting within the program, as well as practicing, things that we have a park called Livermore Park, literally 5 minutes away, that we all go to throughout the weeks when we're off for practice, to make sure we're so sharp and keep working on our stuff, as well as timing and routes and things like that. Then personally, been going to just training just on my own, just at different gyms, different trainers, when I can get in. Of course, some of them are closed down because of COVID, but yeah, we're really just hitting it, in all 3 aspects, from, physical training to field work to film. So yeah, all 3 of those.
You've been working on like everything?
Everything. Yeah. You have to, you can't just focus on one thing. It's gotta be, you gotta be well-rounded.
You have to be well-rounded for all around your game.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who is your favorite football player as a kid?
As a kid, I'll say Cam Newton. Cam Newton was definitely, he was like that guy for me. Was Cam.
So Cam Newton, he was your favorite when you were a kid?
Yes, 100%,
He was
100%.
good.
He was that was back when he was in MVP camp shape. I don't know what, of course, he can always get back to that, but that's, back when he made, the dab famous across America, Superman and all that stuff. So yeah, Cam was definitely my favorite.
I remember that doing the dab like in elementary school and everything because of that year.
Exactly. No, he was a dude.
Do you try to model your game after anyone?
I think one guy I really look up to a lot, who's more current, I guess, is Patrick Mahomes. Just the way he's able to lead his guys, and not only that, but get the ball out of different arm slots and really drive the ball down the field on a consistent basis is something I look up to a lot.
He's fun to watch. Just like he just throws it far, like doesn't do checkdowns.
He's got a cannon, so that I would say that would be one person that I definitely try to model my game after.
I was sad though last year because I'm a 49ers fan and he came back.
Oh, you're a Niner? I forgot we're in Cali. My bad. No, but yeah, that was a good game. That was really good. I know a lot of people in the area were kind of mad about that game, but I'm not from here, so I don't have any personal ties to the Niners.
Do you like the Seahawks?
No, I do not. Surprisingly, I get that a lot, but I actually don't have a team right now in the NFL.
I'm glad you don't like the Seahawks though.
Is that a good thing?
Yeah, I don't like them at all.
No, I know a lot of people down here don't like them either. And a lot of people up there don't like the Niners, so it's kind of vice versa. It works. It
That
equals out.
makes sense. They're always going back and forth.
Exactly, yeah.
How would you describe yourself off the field?
Off the field, I would say I'm pretty laid back off the field. Obviously outside of workouts and things like that, I'll hit it 100%. But I think I'm pretty laid back. I just like living in the moment, just enjoying life. When I have the chance, outside of enjoying the process of football and everything that comes with that. I think that's really all I can say about it. You have to ask, my mom or someone like that to really get a full description of how I am. But yeah, I mean, that's what I would say.
You're pretty laid back.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah.
What are 3 things you like to do besides football?
3 things I like to do. One thing, I love to cook. I'm definitely a pro chef. I don't get paid yet, but I'm like on the verge, Ramsey level. So I like to cook a lot. Cook pretty much anything except I can't bake. That's the one thing I can't do is I can't bake for some reason. I don't know why. I like to just, hang out with my friends, kick backs and, things of that nature, bonfires, stuff like that. Then also like watching TED Talks a lot. I really enjoy just watching TED Talks and rewatching old ones that I've seen before.
That's cool. See, you're a really good cook.
I would say so, yes. 100%.
After your career, you should go back to like Stanford and start a business around there.
I might. We'll see. To be decided. But yeah, no, it's definitely been a passion of mine, I guess. Like outside of football, it was cooking. Just growing up, all I watched was like the Food Network and Gordon Ramsay and Bobby Flay. So that's always been like my second love outside of football.
They would probably like you since you were a quarterback for Stanford and then you're going back there.
You said, say it again?
They would probably buy a lot because if you were a quarterback there, and then after they would have known you from watching.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure the market would be pretty good.
The last question I have is for fun. You get to take any 3 NFL players to dinner. They can be past or present. Who are you taking?
Any 3 NFL players?
Can be past also.
Past or present? Okay, one's got to be Tom Brady, 100%. That's definitely one up there. Tom Brady. Oh, man, this is hard. This is really hard. Hold on a sec. Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes. That's 2. Just so you know, they're all going to be quarterbacks for the most part. Pretty sure.
Okay.
Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, and I think I'm going to go with Dan Marino for my third one. So those would be the three I'd roll with.
Dan Marino was good, just couldn't close out on a Super Bowl.
Yeah, no. Dan Marino was another guy for me that I never got a chance to watch, but I always, admired his style of play and how he went about things. So, yeah, those would be my three.
He was pretty good. They always had the comparisons. I think when he was playing with Joe Montana.
Mm-hmm. No, he was really good. A lot of people say he was better than Joe. He just didn't have the rings, So I guess we'll never know. But those would, I'd say off of first thought, those are my three. If I had time, I might change it, but I'm rolling with that right now.
You could learn a lot of experience from him.
A lot of experience from three completely, different types of players too.
Do you think Mahomes will catch Brady eventually?
Oh yeah, I think he will. I think he's going to win it this year, bump up to 2, maybe 3-peat, probably not. 2 years off, 3 years off, maybe win another 1 year off, 2. I give him I give him 11 years to win 5 more rings and tie Brady for 6, and then 13 to go 7.
He could probably do it. He's already got 1.
No, I take that back. He's got to win 6 more rings to beat Brady. I'm gonna give him 11 years. That's very bold. That's extremely bold. That's a very bold prediction, but here first. In the next 11 years, he will pass up Tom Brady with 7 Super Bowl rings.
There we go, the prediction.
That's actually extremely bold, but I don't see anyone stopping the Chiefs. They're just roaring right now. They got pieces, and all their guys are young. You know what I mean? So it's looking good right now. So we'll see.
I want to see them play like the Buccaneers in a Super Bowl.
Oh, that would be perfect. That would be like movie type play right there.
Or the Browns, because the Browns don't usually win.
Are the Browns, are they in playoffs right now? Or are
they lost to the Jets today, but.
Oh wow! I did not know that. Are they still eligible for playoffs?
Because I think they're 10-5.
Okay,
right.
I didn't know that. I like the Browns a lot, though. I
don't necessarily like them since they don't usually do well.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like them because they've been so bad growing up. So see them, having some success, on the field.
All right, thank you for joining me today. Those are all the questions I have.
Of course. Thank you for having me. It was fun.
No problem.